My parents passed away within months of each other, a double tragedy that left a gaping hole. Or so I thought. 6 weeks after the funeral, we gathered at the probate lawyer's office for the reading of the will. My older brother, Mark, sat across from me, already wearing a smirk that made my stomach churn. He'd always been their golden child, the one who could do no wrong, while I was perpetually the misguided artist, the dreamer who needed to get real. The will states, the lawyer began, adjusting his spectacles, that all assets, properties, and liquid funds are to be bequeathed solely to Mark Andrew Thompson. He paused, looking at me with a slight frown. Sarah Elizabeth Thompson, you are specifically excluded from any inheritance, as per your parents' explicit wishes outlined in this document, dated 6 months prior to their passing. Mark's smirk widened, morphing into a triumphant grin. See, Sarah, I told you, they knew who truly deserved it. You get nothing, not a penny, not a single family heirloom, because you're not family material. He leaned back in his leather chair, practically radiating smug satisfaction. My hands tightened into fists under the table, but I forced a serene expression. I understand, I replied, my voice calm, almost detached. What he didn't know was that my heart wasn't breaking, it was hardening into a diamond. Over the next few weeks, Mark reveled in his newfound wealth. He quickly moved into our parents' sprawling suburban home, the one I'd grown up in. He called me to brag about renovating the kitchen, installing a home cinema in the basement, and selling off my mother's beloved antique piano, saying it took up too much space. Each call was a fresh stab, but I maintained my calm facade, offering a bland, "Oh really? That sounds different." He mistook my composure for resignation, for defeat. He thought he'd won, that I was just the same old Sarah, ready to slink away. He couldn't have been more wrong. What he didn't realize was that every seemingly innocuous comment, every boastful detail, was a puzzle piece I was meticulously collecting. My quiet understanding had been a tactical retreat. I started with the lawyer. I knew my parents. They might have been manipulative, but a complete disinheritance seemed extreme, even for them. The lawyer was professional, but he hinted at something odd. The will had been revised suddenly, 6 months before their deaths, with unusual urgency. He couldn't elaborate due to client confidentiality, but the seed was planted. I then spent countless hours going through old family photo albums, not for nostalgia, but for clues. I remembered whispered arguments between my parents about the fund, something I'd dismissed as adult financial talk. But the word Sarah often punctuated those hushed tones. I started digging. My investigation began with dusty boxes from the attic. Boxes Mark had deemed junk and left for me to clear out of the garage. Tucked beneath old-school reports and faded letters, I found it. A brittle yellow dew.